Welcome back, everyone. In today's video, I'm going to tell you what are the 10 tips for advancing your career in supply chain and logistics. I am Professor Rodriguez, your college instructor, supply chain executive, and your YouTube bestie, teaching you what you need to know about supply chain and logistics. As you know, if you've been watching some of the videos, you know the supply chain and logistics really are critical components of many businesses, and career opportunities in this field are expected to grow in the coming years, as they've been in the previous ones. Now, whether you're just starting out or looking to take the next step in your career, I hope these tips can help you achieve those goals. So what do you say? Let's get started. Okay, so let's get right into it. Tip number 1, it's to build a strong foundation. The first tip I can give you for advancing your career in supply chain and logistics is to build a strong foundation. What I mean by this is that you need to have an understanding about the basics of supply chain management, logistics, and basically every other field or area within supply chain management as a whole. You can do this by taking some courses, attending some workshops, or even if you're in a point in your career, to pursue a degree in supply chain management. Or, shameless plug here, watching this channel for some of the content that we have, like full lessons and some career advice about supply chain management. If you're feeling a little bit more adventurous, you can also join one of our Intro to Supply Chain courses that is now open for enrollment. I'll have some links in the description below. So if you want, feel free to check those out. But always build on that foundation. Tip number 2, learn about the latest technology. The supply chain and logistics field is constantly evolving, and new technologies are always emerging. Staying up to date on the latest of these technologies can really give you a competitive edge on your career when it's a harder market out there. Some of the technologies to watch out for in supply chain management include blockchain, artificial intelligence, and IoT, or the Internet of Things. Tip number 3, develop your soft skills. In addition to having some of these more technical skills I mentioned earlier, soft skills such as communication, problem solving, and teamwork are also very important in supply chain and logistics. Make sure to develop these skills through training or by taking on some leadership roles in your organization if there's an opportunity to do so. Tip number 4, network with industry professionals. Now, I know we might not like it, but networking with industry professionals can help you stay connected to the latest trends and some of the opportunities out there in supply chain and logistics. Attend some conference, join some professional organizations, and even connect with others in the field through social media platforms. Tip number 5, gain experience in different areas. To advance your career in supply chain and logistics, it's important to gain experience in different areas of the field. Now, this really is going to depend on your particular or your individual experience, but this can mean taking on a variety of roles within your organization, or even seeking out some opportunities to work with different types of companies or industries. Tip number 6, consider some advanced education. While a bachelor's degree may be sufficient for some positions, pursuing an advanced education such as a master's degree or a certification can help you stand out in a competitive job market. Now, this is not to say that you cannot be a great candidate for a position if you don't have a degree or an advanced degree. It just means that you're going to have to compete based on your previous experience. I know it's tough to hear, but you do need to have some either level of education or some level of experience to be considered a stronger candidate. Can you still get the job? Can you still put your foot in the door or get into the industry without experience or without the education? Yes, you can, but it is going to be harder for you to do that. It is just going to be a matter of how well you interview for some of these positions, how you present yourself to be somebody that's really motivated to get experience in the field. And if somebody gives you the opportunity to do so, you will take advantage of it. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so we move on to tip number 7. That's volunteer for projects. Volunteer for a project within your company or organization can really help you gain new skills and showcase that talent of yours to others in the company. It can also help you build relationships with colleagues and expand your network. So it's sort of a twofold. You're networking, you're working on experience, and you're getting all of that at once. Now, tip number 8, stay up to date on industry news. Now, this is a little bit different than staying up to date on latest technology or on your own knowledge. This is more about keeping up with news, staying informed on what the latest news and some of the trends that are happening within supply chain and logistics. This is important to advancing your career because when you make sure to read industry publications or even blogs and you follow some of these leaders that are out there in the industry, in the field, then you're really getting a look into what's happening without necessarily being in the fold of those news or those events. So stay up on your news. Tip number 9, seek out mentorship. Having a mentor can really provide valuable guidance and support as you navigate your career in supply chain and logistics. Seeking out somebody that's experienced or a professional that's experienced in the field who can offer you advice and share their expertise with you can really be priceless. And tip number 10, be open to new opportunities. Finally, to advance your career in supply chain and logistics, it is important to be open to new opportunities. This may mean taking on new challenges within your organization or exploring job opportunities in different locations or industries. There could be many other areas within supply chain that you might not be as familiar with, but if the opportunity comes along for you to actually get your foot into that or dip your toes into that particular area, I always tell the students to go for it. If it makes sense for you and your family and your situation financially as well, so that you're not putting a burden on that in that sense, because I know how we always have to still keep that in mind. I know I always do, but also be able to take that risk, take that opportunity, because most of the time it will pay off for you in the long term. I really hope these 10 tips have been helpful in advancing your career in supply chain and logistics. Remember to focus on building a strong foundation, staying up to date on the latest technologies, and develop your soft skills. Network with industry professionals as well. I know some of you introverts out there might not like this, but push yourself to do it. Network with other people. Gain some experience in different areas and consider advanced education. Volunteer for some projects if you can, and stay up to date with those industry news, or even seek out a mentorship with somebody that could give you that opportunity. Finally, don't forget, be open to new opportunities as they approach you. And just know that with every risk comes a reward. I hope this helped with your journey. Good luck with everything out there, and stay tuned for more tips and tricks and advice and everything related to supply chain and logistics. I'm Professor Rodriguez. Until next time.